What's up, everybody? It's Kelsee Briana Jai here with a review on the NYX Total Control Drop Foundation. And I showed you guys this in my last haul video, and so many of you guys wrote me and were like, yes, please do a review on this foundation. So that's what we're doing today. This foundation is newer on the market. I picked this up from my Ulta. Guys, the display at Ulta was completely gone. Like, this was the only one left, and I figured it kind of matched my skin, so let's just get it and go with it. This is not a perfect color match for me, so I just want to let you guys know that before we go any further into the video, but I made it work, okay? This is a drop foundation. This foundation is going to be a little bit more liquidy than even your typical liquid foundation, but that's okay because that is their selling point. So on the back of the foundation, they have a little bit of a message and some directions. With just a few drops, our Total Control Drop Foundation delivers sheer to full coverage and a velvety matte finish. Simply adjust the number of drops you use until the desired level of coverage is achieved. More drops equals more coverage. And that is true, you guys. You'll see in the demo where I attempted to start off with 2 drops, because on the back it has like a little chart where it says 2 drops is light coverage, 3 drops is medium coverage, and 4 or more drops is full coverage. And I started off with 2 drops and I just really felt like I wasn't going anywhere with it, so I just dropped the entire amount that was in the dropper, and it was too much. So don't do that because you'll be wasting foundation. So I didn't need that much, but I was able to get full coverage out of it. I have my receipt. I picked this up from Ulta, and this foundation retails for $13.99. Most of you guys know that if you shop at Ulta, they always have coupons off of like the drugstore side of their store and occasionally the higher end side, but they always have the ones for the drugstore. And I wanted to get $3.50 off, but you have to spend $15. So since this was $13.99, I was short like $1 and some change, so I just bought like something for $1 or so, and I was able to get $3.50 off. So just make sure you always use your coupons at Ulta to save you more money. This foundation comes in 16 different colors. I got the shade 13 Golden, and this color is too dark for me. I just grabbed this one because this was the last one, and there was one that they had right in front of this one, and that one was too light. So if I wanted my exact color, I would definitely have to go and pick up both of the foundations and mix them. The actual formula of this foundation is very, very liquidy. So if you drop it on the back of your hand, it's going to slide off your hand, which a lot of like dropper foundations are like this. Most of the time, dropper foundations are like water-based or like serum-based. This one doesn't make those claims. It just says that it gives you total control, which means you're going to be able to control the amount of coverage you get with the foundation. It has a little bit of a scent, but nothing that I noticed until I put my nose directly into it. It smells like regular foundation. When I was applying this foundation with the brush, it went on fine. I was able to get a pretty nice amount of coverage, but when I went in to blend my concealer on top of it, it started breaking apart. It took me so much more time to fix my makeup because when I was pouncing the beauty blender over it, it really just came up. It did not stay on my face. And I even put primer underneath, and I don't typically wear a lot of primer with my foundations, but I can just kind of tell because I've tried so many foundations when I really need a primer and when I don't. I use the MAC Skin Refine Zone because with these type of foundations, whether it's a serum or the aqua type kinds, they always break up on me, and they don't last as long as a regular liquid foundation. So I just went ahead and popped this on. But even still with that, my foundation came up so much when I was applying the rest of my makeup on top. It took me twice as long to actually blend it back out than it would have if I had just used another foundation. So I used my regular concealer that I always do, my NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer, or my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, and it really did not play well with this foundation. The textures were entirely different, so it wasn't allowing me to blend out my concealer as flawlessly as I wanted to with this foundation, so I wasn't really a fan of that. And as far as oxidation goes, when I applied it, it applied one color, and then within like maybe like 30 seconds or so, it turned a complete different color. I think that you'll be able to tell what color your foundation will be before you leave out of the house. I applied it, it was very golden, and then like within 30 seconds I was really Cheeto-ish. Like I was very, very orangey yellowish. So just be aware of that, that the foundation does oxidize, but it oxidizes pretty quickly. So you're not gonna be out and about and then like you look in the mirror and it's like it oxidized pretty much instantly. When I was blending it out, I noticed that it started drying really fast. So you have to work in small areas and you have to work pretty quickly to get an even amount all over your face. Like I said earlier, I recommend using this with a brush. A beauty blender, I feel like it's just going to just go on splotchy. I think that the sponge will actually leave like streaks on the foundation. So you really need a small compact brush. A pro of this foundation is that it doesn't feel heavy, so it's pretty lightweight on my skin. I don't really feel it at all. It's not weighing me down, even though I have on a lot of the foundation. I have on a lot. It doesn't feel cakey because it's super lightweight, but it still gives you that coverage. So if you're a person with a ton of acne, I don't know if I would recommend this for you because I feel like it would just dry around the acne and just accentuate the bumps instead of kind of hiding them. And also the type of formula it is, I don't know if this will work well with sensitive skin because I feel like this is the type of foundation that may cause you to break out just because of how it feels. Just how I feel on my face, it almost feels like my skin could break out with this. This is made in China and is distributed by NYX Los Angeles in El Segundo, California. Stay tuned for the demonstration and I will cut into that in a second and you guys can see how the foundation wears and you can decide whether or not you feel like it will work for you. I'm gonna put a little bit of MAC Skin Refine Zone like in areas where I get a little bit oilier. So on the package it says to shake well. So I'm opening up the foundation and I have the dropper. Okay, and let's drop 2. Well, that was 3. Let's start off with medium coverage. I'm going in with my brush. This is the MAC 170 brush. I prefer a brush that's very compacted, very dense, and I feel like this is going to give me the best application for foundations like this. Okay, those little 3 drops literally went nowhere. No, I need a lot more. I'm just gonna take some and squeeze it all out. Ooh, maybe I shouldn't have done that because it's getting everywhere. Okay, let me work fast. You can see like the clear difference from my forehead to the rest of my face. But we shall make it work. I look even crazier on camera than I do right this second. Oh my god. So aside from the color, I feel like I was able to get a really nice amount of coverage. It's pretty matte. To say it's like a satiny matte finish. It's not glowy at all like I thought it would be. Like I really thought that this would be a very, very dewy foundation. All that foundation that I had on my hand left, I just wiped it off. I didn't need that much. I squirted entirely too much. Probably say 10 drops will get you this amount of coverage. This color is obviously not a good match, so I need to go in with my concealers and all that stuff to kind of correct it to make it look somewhat presentable. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish off the rest of my makeup and I'll be back to show you what it looks like. So here's what my makeup looks like all finished. overall, I don't necessarily feel like I am in love with the foundation. I definitely am not going to continue using it. It doesn't really work with the other products that I like to use it with. Let me know what you guys think about it on my skin down below. You guys have seen me try a lot of different foundations, so you kind of know what things look like on my skin. If you haven't, I have a whole playlist where I'm reviewing so many different foundations, so you can kind of gauge what my skin looks like with different stuff. But let me know what you all think down in the comment section. If you haven't already, thumbs this joint up. Make sure you subscribe and tell a friend. So I will see you guys in my very next video. Smooches. Bye.